It's a good thing I bought like 100 of these yesterday.
I can't believe the child would lose a pig.
They're all in the sound hole, probably. Okay, well, sing along, and I hope I don't forget all the words. Got it? Some Friday morning, when this life is over, I'll fly away to home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah. Maybe two more? We'll just roll right into the third one? Okay.
Different.
Huh? Two more?
Different songs.
Okay. I was standing by my window on a golden clouded day when I saw that first come rolling for to carry my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better on the waiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I told that undertaker, please drive slow. For the body you're hauling, Lord, I hate to see her go. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better on the way in the sky, Lord, in the sky. We'll follow close behind her, try to hold up and be brave, but I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in the grave. Will circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better on the way, in the sky, Lord, in the sky. They tell me of home far beyond the sky. They tell me of home far away. Oh, they tell me of home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of clouded sky. They tell me of home when no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. They tell me of home where my friends have gone. They tell me of that land far away, where the tree lies in turn, spread its fragrance through the unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless days. Oh, the land of unclouded skies. They tell me of home when those storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. They tell me of King and his beauty there. They tell me that mine eyes shall behold, where he sits on a throne that is white as snow, in a city that is made of gold. Oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of unclouded sky. They tell me of home when no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Will circles be unbroken, by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better on the way, in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
Wiggers, you got a special treat today, didn't you?
Yeah,
Isn't that wonderful?
great job.
Holly and Joey, isn't that wonderful? Now I want y'all to drift back and see Miss Norma. She might have a treat for you. Thank you, darling. Holly, you did a great job. You know?
That's because I had shows all the time.
Oh, you do? You have shows all the time? You and Daddy have them?
I just have that because you would do good anyway.
Well, I don't know that. I think he does good because he's got a good assistant on the.
But he was doing good when he was processing yesterday. He sounded better without the microphone.
Oh, well, okay. I want to thank you all so much. How many of you like that? Now I want to see how much you love it. I'm going to sing. No. You know what? You might hear something before you leave here out of it. Miss Mary Evelyn, you come back. Huh? Oh, he's not gonna move. It's gonna be sitting there, I'd say.
You're up.
You might have to sit in another seat. We got a movie production going on here. Miss Connie, would you like to come up and read, please? You have your Bible? When I copied the program off of my other computer to a stick, you picked up part of my whole sermon, so you're only gonna get about an hour and a half of sermon. So Psalms 15, 1 through 5.
Okay, our Bible word reading this morning is Psalms 15. We may, Lord, who may abide in your tabernacle, who may dwell in your holy hill. He will stand uprightly and works righteousness and speaks the truth in his heart. He does not bite back with his tongue, nor does evil to his neighbors, nor does he take up a reproach against his friend, in whose eyes the vile person is despised. But he honors those who fear the Lord. He who swears to his own hurt and does not change. He who does not put out his money at mercy, nor does he take a bribe against the innocent. He who does not these things shall never be moved.
Thank you very much, Miss Connie. This is a word of God for the people of God.
Praise be to God.
Praise be to God indeed. I want to wish you all a very, very beautiful Sunday morning. And I hope you will enjoy the service. I'll do the best I can. What do you do when no one else is looking? You know, I had a little sermon on this earlier about when I'm going down the road and someone blows their horn at me or someone cuts me off. Sometimes I want to speak the living word over them or maybe do something I shouldn't. And Norma will tell you that I used to be much worse than I am now. I figured it out. If I get by without wrecking, I'm doing good. I'm just going to cut my losses and go on. Because if I would go by and say, "Hey, you dummy," or "Get out of my way," and he's down the road and he has a flat, could I stop and ask him to go to church with me? You ever think about that? If you got really cranked up in traffic or, could you honestly stop and ask the person you offended to come to church with you? I bet you they'd really love it. Wouldn't they? I have to watch. Sometimes I am unfiltered. I know a preacher's not supposed to be unfiltered, but I am. And I will not lie about it because that's the way I am. But I'm getting better. I'm being put through a Corey brewer. It's very hot and a lot of pressure. You know, you're not a person that belongs to the Al-Qaeda. You're not a jewel thief. You're not a painter by day and a serial killer by night. You know, you haven't been indicted on trade fraud. We have a lot of that going on these days. Probably none of us have used performance-enhancing drugs to make us more buff. Well, I didn't need to. And push up our credentials as an athlete. We haven't done that. But who are you when no one's looking? At the heart of the issue is your character of integrity. Now I want you to understand this. I got one thing in this sermon I hope you remember. It's not here yet, but just put that one next to it. Psalms breaks down in threefold questions at 15. Verse 1, David asked the question, who is welcome in God's presence? Whom will God protect and sustain? Kind of a heavy question, isn't it? You know, if you were wanting to go see the Steelers play, and tickets go on sale, most of the time you stand in line, or you sit on your computer and try to get on a website where you can get in and get a ticket. You'll sit there for hours. You'll sit there to watch the tick, 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 tick come down to where you can go on and get it. Amen? If you really want to. Sometimes we go for a raffle to see if you can play golf with a famous athlete or singer or whomever, a celebrity. You know, lobbyists, y'all ever heard of those? They sure spend a lot of money so they can rub shoulders with the big people, the people who have control of our government, whether it's local, state, or national. The answer to that question is in verse 2. The one who is welcome in God's presence is the one who is blameless, one who does what is righteous, and the one who speaks the truth. Now, I want to tell you something. A lot of people do not like me because I speak the truth, what I think is right. Sometimes I don't even like what I say. It hurts. The truth hurts. God will not hold truth against you. Verse 3 corresponds with the third quality of speaking the truth. The first portion of this verse, in verse 4, addresses the second quality, doing righteousness. That's important. Righteousness is so important. This morning I was picking up chicken, and I know this poor lady had a rough time. I could just look at her and tell her. And I was getting a little impatient. I had to be at church. I had to take the chicken up. I had to eat 2 or 3 wings and breast on the way up. Stopped and had a picnic in a big curve. I mean, that's not good. But anyway, I thought I had to be here. And I was getting ready to say something, and she raised up, and she didn't look happy. I said, ma'am, I just wanted you to know, before I walked out of the store, this has been paid for. She just snapped her head, and she said, what? I said, it's been paid for. Well, why did you stop? I said, because I didn't want to be on tape walking out the door without someone knowing this chicken had been paid for. I said, you know, have you ever seen a fat preacher in jail? He doesn't stand a chance. I tried to lighten the mood, and I said, I want you to have a better day, and I'm sorry you had to work today. I'm telling you, I'd like for you to be up at our church. And she said, okay, where's your church? I said, it's up on Fort Bridge. That Methodist church, I said, keep on going. 9 miles out from the jail, 9 miles out, just keep going. But you know, I'm not sure what that lady had been through. I'm not sure what happened to her last night or this morning. You know, and first thing I wanted to do was just lay into it. No one else has that problem, I know. And then I was so happy I didn't. I felt blessed that God gave me the strength to just stand there. Just stand. and not go off the end. I can remember the time I would ask them if they were a paraplegic or something. I used to do some crazy stuff. A person of integrity speaks from their heart. They do not just speak the truth, they live the truth. Now here's what I had a problem with. A lot of times I've seen this. Someone invites someone to come to church, and when they come, the person that invited them is not here. You know? Touch base with them. Try to get them here. Love them. People love to be loved, right? And if you go out of here saying your pastor doesn't love you, shame on you. Shame on you. I love everyone in this congregation. Do you know how important it is for me to know that your life is going to be halfway smooth and you're not having all kinds of medical and physical, social problems? Man, it's a blessing to me. It's so wonderful. And people tell me things, I just try to put it in my ears and pray for it and forget it. Let God take care of it. It's not my job to fix it, it's God's job to fix it. How many of us like to help God? Harry, hold the hand up. Don't give me that. Go to hell for lying, I'm telling you. I love to help God. Norm will tell you, I really love to help God. They have no slander in their tongue. They're truthful. And they avoid interpersonal conspiracy. You know, this is a person who doesn't backbite someone, church or anywhere else. If you can't say something good about somebody, just to keep your mouth shut. I'm going to say it again, see if I can get more amen. If you can't say something good about somebody, keep your mouth shut. Amen. Thank you. You know, I can remember how hurtful it was for me when I was in college. They told me, don't you ever take a job where you have to speak before people, because you're the most unethical person I've ever seen speaking. Man, I was really hurt. Till one day I figured out, man, she was bored. I want you to look forward to the next word coming out of my mouth. I want you to look forward to the next sermon and see what touches you. I tell poor Miss Mary Evelyn a song, and then I get up here and preach something else. I figure she says, that boy's lost his mind. A kind person does his neighbor no wrong. Don't go around asking who's my neighbor. You know, I've had a lot of trouble with that one. But our neighbor could be a guy right here on the road, because he could end up being a brother in Christ to us. And he might be. We have to be kind to people, not do them wrong. No one ever casts slurs on his fellow man, do they? How many of you have ever noticed our newspapers, I don't care what brand you are, they never find something good about someone. They always look at the negative. You never see on the front page, couple has been married 85 years. No. You hear, Policeman run stop sign videoed by, some guy drunk. Yeah. And they make a big issue of it. Have any of us ever run a stop sign? Oh, I have a policeman back there said I have. You know what? I've been somewhere else and drove right through one.
You go through a red light.
I meant to do that. And the judge understood that. She's referring to one night I was bringing Logan and Regina home. Hey, where are you at, Connie? Look here, there's two more. I'll tell you. And I saw this truck coming in behind me and he wasn't stopping. The light had just turned red and I hammered down and went through the red light. Of course, who's sitting at the red light? A police officer in a beautiful Ford. He pulls me over. I tried to explain. He wouldn't listen. So I had to go to court and explain it. Norma wanted to stay up there, but I wasn't letting her stay in Steubenville. He found me innocent also. I told him I was carrying cargo that was precious and I wasn't going to be run over by a truck. What is righteousness? What is righteousness? That's when a person does what is right in God's eyes, not man's. It is ethically righteous. He or she acts in an honorable manner. Verse 4 paints a contrast about the person, one who despises a vile man but honors those who fear the Lord. Let me tell you something. If you get around a person who curses and always into some type of trouble, the best thing you can do is back off and stay away, because you know what you're going to pick up? You're going to pick up the mouth first. First, you're going to pick up the mouth, then you're going to pick up his problems and take them with you and act just like that person does. You know, my dad always said, don't walk through a hog pen and expect not to smell like a hog. Only he said something else. Get my drift? We need not to be caught in a celebrity mentality. We need not think that that person is just, you know what? They're created from the dust of the earth. They're just like, we are just alike, only in God's difference. God made us all different and unique. We need to view things in God's eyes, not as a celebrity, and think we need to be taken care of. We do not need to be taken care of. We need to take care of business and then let God take care of us. Amen? If you have integrity, you try to walk blameless. Let me tell you, folks, that is difficult. People will pick you apart if you are a Christian. Amen? And I promise you, once you become a Christian, and I know none of you have ever done this, but have a foul word come out of your mouth and someone says, and you go to that Christian church out on Fourth Bridge. What? Yeah. And you feel about this high. You feel about this high, And the best thing you can say is that, I want you to know I'm working on being a better Christian. It's like growing up. You have to learn to crawl before you walk. You have to mumble and grumble and blah, 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 before you talk. And some people will ruin a Christian because they slip up once and they make them feel like a piece of garbage when they are a person in God's family. I mean, that's awesome to be a child of God. And it's nothing to take lightly. We have a great responsibility. Here we go. This person will keep their promise even if it costs them something. He keeps his oath even if it hurts. Listen to this. This means when one makes a promise and the circumstances change so that he is at a disadvantage, he will still keep his word. Have you ever made a promise to someone and they did something goofy and it was going to take more than whatever to do the promise, and you had to suck up and just say, I'll do what's right? That's hard. That's very hard, folks. I'm not kidding you. Here's what I want you to remember. Always choose commitment over convenience. I want you to know it took commitment for me to be here this morning. It wasn't convenient. But you know what? God has blessed me. God has given me something that I have prayed for 5 years. You. And He's going to send more of you. And it's going to be wonderful. Amen? Amen. And you go around, don't you go around talking about, I don't think we'll ever, you just be quiet. God will take care of business. He's a good God. Don't be the loan shark of the family. Don't loan someone $50 on Friday and tell them by Monday morning you need $100. I want you to know this. Most of the time a loan ends up being a gift anyway in a family. Don't be the person that whips somebody off and take them to McDonald's and then expect them to take you to the Olive Garden. You know, we have people like that. We just have to be